What up, YouTube? It's your boy Big Country, aka The Right Brother, and I'm going to tell you the secrets to having a stable relationship. Okay. The main thing you need to have in a stable relationship is enough. When you get enough of chasing women and chasing men, when you get enough of playing the games, when you get enough of buying dinners and movies and poking on random chicks and them fussing because half of them didn't come and you came in their hair and, when you just get tired of the shit, usually that happens around middle to late 30s, that's when you really have a stable relationship. But if you're anywhere from the age of 14 to 25, you're not technically ready for a stable relationship. Every relationship you have from that age to that age is trial and error. It's training. It's preparing you for what to expect when you do find that person you want to spend the rest of your life with. A lot of people get married because they got, she got pregnant, or they don't know a way out, or they get stuck. The worst thing you can do as far as relationship goes is get stuck. But that'll be a whole nother video. This video is to tell you how to have a stable relationship. If you want a long-term relationship, you got to get tired. You got to enjoy the person that you're with. Preferably, if they're your friend, then you can go ahead in relationship. Then you can go ahead and get married. I'm not married. I've been with the same woman a long time. I don't know why every time I think about how long I've been with her, I just go. But it is what it is. You got to have patience. You got to have understanding. You got to accept the person for who they are. It's so important. So many people get in a relationship because the dude is fine, the woman is fine, but they don't like their ways. They don't like certain shit that they do. If you don't like certain shit that they do, that's not for you. There's millions of other people. Millions of other people out there. There's no reason to settle for what's there. You got to accept them for who they are. Me, I don't like to cook, but yet I'm fat and I'm lazy. I'm flirtatious. That's just part of my personality. And I talk a lot. I say the shit that I'm probably not supposed to say, or I say the shit that people want to say. I'm very social, but I don't really care for socializing. I know a lot of people, so that's something that you're going to have to deal with if you're in a relationship with me. There's a lot of little shit that you got to do, but if you're in a relationship with somebody like myself, you will enjoy that relationship. Very little argument, because I'm very, some people say I'm nonchalant. It's not that I'm nonchalant, I just don't care. Where you want to go eat, I don't care. I eat anything, damn near. For some reason, though, I can't eat watermelon and cantaloupes no more. That sucks. I used to like me some watermelon. But anyway, you gotta get the person, too, that compliments you. What I mean by that is that I don't like to clean, so I should be with a woman that likes to clean. I'm flirtatious, so I need to be with a woman that's not jealous. I like to just do shit, and I need somebody to compliment the shit. I have a technical degree. I need somebody that has at least a bachelor's, because I want somebody that's smarter than me. So if there's any question I have, I can go to my significant other. If there's any issue I can have, I can go to my significant other, and they can fill that void for me. If you don't know how to read, but you know how to treat somebody, then you need to treat that person who knows how to read. You need to find that person that knows how to read. That way you can compliment each other. So, that said, you got to have patience. You got to have understanding. You got to understand that you cannot change people. If a person that gets with you and you try to change them, you're only wasting your time. Because you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You can't teach him how to act like he's not a dog. But in the long run, a dog's going to be a dog. It is what it is. You need to learn how to accept that. You need to be happy with yourself. If you look in the mirror and be like, oh, I'm so fat, I'm so ugly, nobody likes me, la la la, then you need to deal with yourself, because there's a lot of personal issues that you have that you need to fix before you can go get with somebody else. Because all those negative attributes about yourself are going to be exposed, and the person might not want to deal with them. Just love yourself. This is how you know you love yourself. If you can go out by yourself go to a movie, go grab something to eat, or just ride around. If you love yourself, then you have no problem doing that. I do that all the time. Might be a double standard for me because the reason why I do it, because I know 9 times out of 10, I'm going to run into somebody that I know. Because I got popular on accident because of my brother and my testicles and my penis and my manly stature and my juicy big lips that's a little bit dry right now, my pretty eyes, my charisma. Okay, yeah, you can see that I love myself. Even though I'm 6'4", 380 pounds, I still love myself. And women love me. I ask myself why all the time, and then all of a sudden I just start getting this little head swivel. I don't know why women love me so much. Yeah. Anyway, you gotta love yourself. You gotta love the person that you want to be with. It's real simple. You don't have to be in a relationship. Being single is one of the best times of my life because I can go where I want, do what I want, how I want, with who I want, and was not accountable for my actions. But when you're in a relationship, you know, when you're in a relationship, it's a beautiful thing because I get to wake up to the woman that I've chosen. And now it might sound like I'm trying to get brownie points because my girl probably end up seeing this one day if I unblock her. But you're going to be with this person for a long time because you want a long time commitment. You don't want to get stuck financially. You know, if the person makes more money than you, that's great. But if you get stuck in a relationship financially, it's a horrible feeling. You don't want to be with a player or a cheater. You want to make sure that they're done with that before you actually get in a relationship with them. Because there's no worse feeling than feeling like somebody's cheating on you. Your chest get hard and all this other stuff. And any little thing that pops, somebody randomly knock on the door and run, you be like, oh, you know, who that nigga at the door? Who that nigga at the door? You fucking him. You don't want that. If you just have a person that don't like to argue, get with somebody that don't like to argue. If you're the type of person that do like to argue, then get with somebody that like to argue. You get with somebody that's like you, that compliments you. My woman compliments me. I have a technical degree. She graduated from Howard. I was raised around a family where I felt like I was the black sheep. She was the only child that raised around a family that loved her. You know, so we compliment each other on so much stuff that it's ridiculous. That's why we've been together so long. So if you want to be with somebody for a long time, you got to have understanding. You got to have patience. You got to put your shit on the table before you actually get committed. You know, you don't want to get with somebody that's like, oh, I smoke weed casually. Then y'all get in a relationship and y'all all up in each other's house and she just smokes weed 24/7 and then complains she can't get a job. You know, shit like that, you don't want to deal with. So if you have any questions to ask me about advice, about relationship and how to have a long-term relationship and a stable relationship, ask me. I'll be more than happy to answer. I'm great with giving advice. I'm great with receiving advice. And I'm just all around great. I know it might sound a little bit conceited, but it is what it is, and I got the track record to back it up. Because out of all the girlfriends I have, it's maybe one that when we broke up, she hated me. She loved me now. We shoot the shit every blue moon, but she loves me now. You know, and she understands who I was, what I was, and how I made her a better woman. Which, again, that do sound conceited, but it is what it is. I'm awesome. Shit, I'm awesome above, man. Yeah. If you wonder what this is, I stopped smoking. I started doing this vaping stuff. Believe it or not, this vaping stuff is more addicting than smoking. I'll make another video about that eventually. And then you get that false sense of security that is more healthier than smoke. So that really sucks. I got a mixture of serial killer and RY80 in here. It just basically tastes like a sweeter version of Captain Crunch. Anyway, this is your boy Big Country. I'm gonna start figuring out how to tag, so I go look at some relationship videos, what they was doing, and then put a video to tag them. Subscribe. I don't know how to do the bubble yet. Like, share. I know I kind of went on a bunch of random shit, and I probably didn't answer any of your questions just because I don't have a list of what questions that people will want to know in a relationship. But I YouTube it, and I get back to YouTube with a proper YouTube video on how to proper answer your questions about relationships. And my head is bobbing like this because I just like the way it feel. Feel like my neck is loose as hell. Yes, it is. The little bitty neck that I got. And I holla. Peace.
The right brother has spoken.
Yeah.